Hello, everybody. Okay, we're gonna hope that my internet does not do anything funky. Yesterday, I was doing a live for my memory keeping group. We were doing our monthly live, and my internet was being really wonky. It was like going in and out. And so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So let me grab my coffee over by my computer, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. Hey, Mom. I was gonna say it's early for you to be on here, but I guess it's not. I'm a little bit early. I'm about 15 minutes early for my live because I just have a lot of stuff happening and I need to get this done so that I can get back to editing and stuff. So welcome, everybody. I'm going to go over a couple housekeeping items, and then I have a box of fun stuff to share, and then we're going to do our Blessed to Craft projects for this month. So a couple things I want to update you guys on. The start of September is later this week, so you will see a Hello September post from me that will have the creative calendar, and I've updated it a little bit. I got a couple comments, emails, and things saying it was a little bit hard to read because of the font that I chose, so I updated that, and it'll be a little bit easier to read, and I'll share that with you guys later this week. And then I'll also have a new My Favorite Card Kit that will, I'll be sharing with you guys, and that will go out for orders in September. So that will be fun. This is our Blessed to Craft video for this month. So if you got the Blessed to Craft packets or you got the Harvest Meadow class, this is the video that you need to put your pieces together. So it looks like that Facebook has notified everybody or has sent out their notifications. So we will dive in and get started. Right now, I am uploading a video talking about my World Card Making Day event. If you like the mini retreat box that I do, you're going to love this event that I'm launching today. This is a Christmas Stamp-a-Stack. So I've never done a Christmas Stamp-a-Stack. I've also never done a World Card Making Day event. And so I'm doing both of those. World Card Making Day is on October 2nd. And so I will be having, with this box of goodies, there is a live event that coordinates with it. So I have a video that is uploading to YouTube right now that I will share with you guys when it is done, and an email will go out that goes into all the details, but I wanted to mention it here, and then in case any of you guys have questions, you can ask them here on the live. This will be going directly to Facebook right after I'm done. So if you're on YouTube and you see this video and you have questions, there will already be a regular video up explaining it, but you can always ask questions or email me. I apologize for my YouTube video that's going up today. As many of you know, I have my camera now that is mounted from the ceiling, and I'm just trying to figure out the lighting and I think I'm going to have Esau move my camera back, which he is not going to be happy about today when I ask him to do this, because everything's already mounted. And I was like, yes, I'm totally sure. I'm positive this is the exact spot I want it. And now I've filmed like 3 times and it's not working. And so it's a little bit wonky and I'm trying to figure it out. Say a little prayer for me that my husband does not divorce me over moving this camera situation. Okay, so the World Card Making Day event is a Christmas Stamp-a-Stack, and that means that there are 12 Christmas cards that you will get to make. You will get a box of products, so very much like the mini retreat where you get a box of product and then you get to make cards with me. That's exactly what this is. The products are really fun. There's a couple sets of designer paper in here. There's some snowflakes, and then there's some gold specialty paper. There's some gold and silver pearls, some matte decorative dots, and then 2 full rolls of ribbon. You will get to make 12 cards. I'm going to show you my 6. I partnered with Roberta to do this event, and so you will get to make 12 Christmas cards, and they're going to be really fun. So here's one of mine with the Whimsy Wonder. And then I have this really fun one that is a fun fold card. And then you will get also some of the celebration paper. This is a really fun card. It ties. And so I don't have the bow tied because I wanted to show you this fun card. Hey, Mary. I hope you're doing good this morning. So this was a really fun one. I need to probably make this a little bit bigger, but I had never done a card like this. And so figuring it out was a bit of a situation. And then there's these 2 cards here. And then, like I said, Roberta designed 6 cards as well. So for this event, for the World Card Making Day event, you will get to make 12 cards. And I will put a link to sign up for that in the description when I'm done with this video. And then also, again, I just have an entire other video coming out explaining all of this, but I'm excited for this Stampin' Stack. I think it will be a lot of fun to do and hang out. And then we will have a event on October 2nd, and you'll get to hang out. And we will have 4 other projects that are exclusive to that are not related to the 12 cards, but they are using the same product. So you'll have access to 4 other additional projects on that day. If you can't make the live event in October, everything will be recorded and sent to you. So it's just exactly like a card class to go, where you get the box of product, you get all the fun things, and then you get to make the cards. So, and then there is an option to add on product. We're using the Whimsical Tree bundle. Make sure you guys can see that. The sweet little stocking bundle, and then the Holly Jolly Wishes. And there's options for you to get whatever you would like. And then also, this is the very last month for celebrations. So when you purchase the event, depending on which options you pick, you will get celebration items. So once you pick your options, I will then email you and ask you what celebration items that you want. If you want 12 by 12 paper, I do cut that in half, so you get it at 6 by 12 so that it fits in the package to send to you. But you will get celebration items, and it's a nice time to do that since this is the last month of celebrations. So that is quite a mouthful, right? Okay, so this is the Blessed to Craft for the month of August. So I want to update you guys on some things that are going to change with Blessed to Craft. Going forward, so in September, I will not be making the 3 cards or the 3 projects that I do. I will not be making those live. What I will be making live for you guys is I will be actually making the bonus project. I will make that live, and I will also be picking winners for giveaways for all of those that sign up for Blessed to Craft. So that's what I will do live. And then the 3 projects that I make will be an exclusive video that I will share with those who are signed up for Blessed to Craft. And I always make a coordinating class option. So if you don't want to sign up for Blessed to Craft, you can just get the class option. And the reason I'm making this change is because when packages go out to my club members and to those who purchase the class, when they get their package, they want to make their stuff. And so oftentimes I get emails and they'll be like, I haven't got the video yet. And I'll have to say, the video isn't happening until I do my live on this date or this time. And well, everybody's always kind and they're fine with it. They're like, okay, I'll catch the video then. I think it would be nice for them to be able to just get the video, they get the PDF, and then they can make it and not be waiting on me to share that information. So then I will do the bonus project for you guys live. I always have a bonus project that I share. I will do that for you guys live, and then I will be picking winners and doing giveaways. I also will be trying to create one extra packet a month and doing a giveaway with that. So I want to make those changes so it's easier on those who are signed up. So this month we did the Harvest Meadow. We had the designer paper, and then we used pretty pumpkins, and I actually used 2 sets of dies, and I'm going to share that with you guys, what I did. And so let's go ahead and get started. When you sign up for Blessed to Craft, it's $35 a month. That covers shipping, and then you get $15 to $20 in product every month. Shipping has gone up, and it cost me over $5 to ship everybody's packet to them this month. And literally there wasn't even like a catalog or anything extra. It was like literally the product and the kits, and it was over $5 a packet. And I was really, I don't want to say it was mad, but I was really like annoyed when I went to the post office, and every packet, it used to cost me around $3 to send out packets. And I felt like that was really reasonable. I could give you guys more product. And when it was ringing up at almost $6 a pack, I was kind of annoyed and feeling like, oh my gosh, shipping just keeps, it's the one thing that is so difficult for me. And it's the thing I lose the most money on every year with my business. I just spend thousands of dollars shipping stuff, and there's no way around it. Like, it just is what it is, right? But it's so annoying. So you sign up, $35 a month is going to get you the product. This month we had the Harvest, which I do need my designer paper, and I don't think that I have it. I'm gonna have to get up and get it. The Harvest Meadow Designer Paper, and then also the cork specialty paper, and then you had linen thread. Hey, Laura. And Laura, look what I am using. My cup. I'm so excited. So it had the cork designer the cork specialty paper, the linen thread, and then the brushed metal adhesive back dots is what everybody got. Mary said everything is going up from food to mailing. I know it does. It makes me sick too. I hate it. And it just like, it's like, I try not to be annoyed about it. Like, right. It's not going to help anything for me to be annoyed, but it sure is annoying. Okay, so that is Blessed to Craft. I will have all the links for you guys if you want to sign up for Blessed to Craft, and then I will have September's projects. And I don't know, there's a couple of you on here that are part of Blessed to Craft, and I want to know, is it too early to start Christmas projects? Because we did fall. I'm not doing Halloween because not everybody likes Halloween, so I will have a Halloween mini class. I have so much to do, you guys, for September. I will have a Halloween mini class for you guys that love Halloween. You can sign up for that. But for Blessed to Craft, I'm wondering, like, there's so many beautiful Christmas projects. Is it too soon? Because then I would do Christmas in September, October, and November. So we would have 3 months of Christmas cards. And I wonder if that is too... because I am having a hard time. Originally, what I was going to do, I might still do this, is I was planning on using the Blackberry Beauty Designer Paper and doing some like fall leaf type stuff, but I'm having a really hard time because we already used Pretty Pumpkins, and there's not really anything else fall related that kind of goes with this. And so I'm having a bit of a hard time designing Blessed to Craft projects for September. That's a little behind the scenes for you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our cards. I have a bunch of stuff everywhere. Let's see. I just have it everywhere. Okay. So this one, I got to figure out which is which. Okay, that's that. This is this. So let's start with our Misty Moonlight piece. When you get your packets, all of your pieces are tucked in your card. So your envelopes are in the back. And then when you pull your cards out, I always encourage you guys to not just, like, don't just dump your cards out on your desk. Very gently pull them out of the clear bag. And then all of your pieces will be inside your card. Now, if you dumped it out and everything came flying out, it's okay. I'll walk you through what pieces you need and you'll be able to do it. But I just always recommend gently taking those out. Laura said, not at all. She loves Christmas. This paper is much prettier than I expected. It is much prettier in person. I agree. So what we're going to do with our Misty Moonlight is I always encourage you guys to pick the designs that you want. And I also try to pick a different design to do on camera with you guys so that you can see the different, like how you could do it different. So for me, what I did in the photo, we used this design. I think I'm going to use one of the other Misty Moonlight designs. We could use maybe even this one too. Let's do that. This is really pretty on there. And so the first cut that you're going to make is you're just going to need a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece. And then I'm also going to get that soft succulent ink pad and we're going to use that as our color to stamp our pumpkin. Okay, so the other thing is, what was I going to say next? I was going to tell you something else. Let me grab my linen thread while I try to think about what I was going to tell you. I do not remember. Okay. Mary said, Christmas is my favorite. Me too. I love it. Okay, so then we're going to add our layer here, but we can pop this up if we want. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. So I'm using Bumblebee cardstock. And I don't know about you guys. I love Bumblebee, the color Bumblebee cards, just the color Bumblebee. So we have the cardstock and the ink. I've used it a ton, but as I have been using it with this particular designer paper, it is looking so orange to me. Like I keep thinking that I've grabbed the wrong cardstock or the wrong ink. And I keep thinking that it's a Mango Melody, which is more of an orange tone. And I keep like double checking and I'm like, oh no, that's Bumblebee. But it's not as like yellow as Crushed Curry. And I think that I would have rather have used the Crushed Curry because it feels too orange to me. I don't know why. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm just going to attach this down to my card base here. And this goes beautiful. Like these colors, here's the Misty Moonlight, and this is the Bumblebee, and then this is the soft succulent and the, or the Just Jade. Those colors are going really, really pretty with this designer paper. So I'm just using some liquid glue. And I have just been enjoying using the liquid glue because it gives me a little bit extra time to make sure everything is straight. So I just like to hold that down a little bit. Hi, Patricia. Good morning. It's probably afternoon more for you in North Carolina. Okay, so then we have some strips here. And I have a strip of this bedazzled designer paper. And did you guys know you can color this with your blends? I don't know if you guys know that or if you've seen this done. Let's do Misty Moonlight. I have a Misty Moonlight. Don't I? Don't we have Misty Moonlight? Oh yeah, but I can't reach it from sitting down. I gotta get up. Oh, that's Night of Navy. I want Misty Moonlight. Misty Moonlight. So this is dark Misty Moonlight. And let's grab a piece of scratch paper. And I'm going to use my brush tip So this is my brush tip. And I like to just kind of pounce it. If you color it, it's going to mess up the tips of your, because this is kind of chunky. So I like to just pounce it. And this is going to take I mean, it's a strip, right? So it's going to take a minute, but I just pounce it on here and it gives you this totally different color, and you can do it with light colors. You can do it with dark colors. This is such a fun product to have. So the Bedazzling designer paper is free with a $50 order. So you can get it free, and comes in a 6x6 pack, and it's so versatile. Like, how fun is that? So I just kind of pounce it around, and you don't even have to have all of it colored. And then what I like to do is just take, and that way it doesn't get all over my hands. Alcohol markers dry pretty quick. See, there wasn't even much that came up off of it. But then you just have this totally different look. How pretty, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this. And I'm starting with my big chunky piece, and then I'm going to layer these pieces here. And I like to just lay mine out first so I can get a good, like, how I want it. And on your PDF, the measurements for these little strips are on there. But what I do is on my trimmer, I use, let me grab my X-Acto knife. Okay, so I use this line here, which is 1/2 inch. And then I use this one here, which is 1/4 inch. And then this one right here. So I bounce back and forth between those. It's just a really easy measurement for me. So now what we'll do, now that we laid everything out, is we can just add some liquid glue. I think I'm going to have to get my new one. And just, you can use your grid mat, or it doesn't have to be perfect. This is not Hallmark. This is handmade, and it's totally fine if things are not perfect. If you give a card to somebody and they point out something that's wrong with it, then you just say to them, I'm never giving you a handmade card again. I'm a little sassy this morning. I'm feeling sassy over this heat that we're having, and I'm totally over it. This is supposed to be our last day of 100-degree weather for a little bit, and we're supposed to drop down into the 80s. So, and I did these pieces here from the soft succulent. I did one kind of chunky, and I did one thin. Hey, Carol. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so how pretty is that bedazzled designer paper in that Misty Moonlight? I almost wish I would have done it in like soft succulent or just jade, but I was feeling like I needed to do it in the Misty Moonlight so it would break up those colors. Okay, so now let's set that aside and let's do our stamping. So this is a stitched rectangle, and I just have soft succulent. That's what I have, the color here. And then I am going to use this pumpkin here. So I'm going to get a block and a cleaning cloth. Thanks, Mary. Mary said, I'm happy to hear you laugh. It's been quite a couple weeks, you guys. It's last week was, I don't know. Sometimes it's just not fun when so much is going on. Laura said I probably wouldn't say it, but I wouldn't give them another card. Oh, girl, I'd say it. Many of you are familiar with Wendy Cranford. She lives up the street, and she always says, like, she'll give me a card and she'll say, like, don't you dare throw this card away, or like, don't, like, you have to keep this card because I, you know, spent so much time on it or whatever. And so, and if we happen to have like a card, like I'll give her a card and I'll be like, I'm sorry, this card's crappy. That's why I gave it to you. Like it had, like I dropped ink on it, or I smeared it, or like I knew you wouldn't care. Like you would get it. Like it's totally fine. Okay, so I just inked this up, and I love this with all the leaves in here. So all I'm going to do is stamp it. Press that down. Ooh, that's probably a little too high, but we're going to roll with it. Okay, so I'm going to grab Bumblebee ink, and we're going to put our sentiment. Ooh, that squeaked really bad. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's use Thankful for You. I need another block. And we'll do Bumblebee. I'm going to do a test stamp. Oh, yeah, that's fine. My ink pad looked weird. So we're going to just try to do this straight, but I'm a little bit away from the camera. So, oh, not bad. I impressed myself. I know you would, Bobby said, I know you would say it. I don't know if that's good or bad that you guys know that I would say it, but I would. If somebody said that, whew, I would say it. I mean, I've had people on YouTube say not nice things about my creations. I mean, they've said, like, you suck. And I'm like, okay, well, that's okay. Like, you don't have to watch me. But if I gave somebody a card and they said it, you better believe. Oh, man, I messed up already. That's okay. Okay, so that's okay. So we're going to use a little bit of the linen thread. You know, actually, let me grab my embellishments. I am having... How many of you guys are tired of me struggling with where my metallic dots are? We're going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to show you both cards. So now you're going to add this piece here. And instead of doing it right in the middle, right, we tend to get into like habits of like how we're making our cards. And we tend to like always put something in the middle, or we always stamp a certain way. So I really want to encourage you guys to just step outside your comfort zone a little bit and try something different, like be a little wonky sometimes. So instead of sticking this right in the middle, which is what I would typically do, I would like put all of this stuff in the middle, and then I'd put this in the middle. I made this lower, and then I'm putting this down in the corner. Okay, so then let's, instead of using the linen thread, we're going to open these, which I swear I lose these every time I open a pack. I lose these things. And then let's go ahead and add, I want to go ahead and add some gold. So let's use the gold ones. And again, I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. And I'm going to put one in each corner, and it's going to make it almost look like this buckle, like that's on here. Okay, so we have those 4, right? Let me close this so I don't put my hand in it. And then let me show you both cards. So this has the linen thread, and then I also used well-defined, and I don't know why I did that, you guys. I think maybe, oh, let me grab the stamp set. If I fall over and you hear a big crash, that's not going to be good. I don't know why I used the well-defined on this one. I think maybe it was just on my desk, and so I used it. I think I was probably designing other projects. So this one, I went ahead and used the sentiment. You can always switch out your sentiments. That's always an easy thing to do. I stamped in Bumblebee. And see, I think maybe I did stamp in Mango Melody. Like maybe I grabbed the wrong one. But that is our first card. Let me know in the comments which ones you like better. Which one you like better. Okay, so now we're going to grab... Gotta see how I made this one. Okay. So now we're going to use the Bumblebee, and I need a piece of the Misty Moonlight, and I don't want to cut into that 12 by 12 if I don't have to. Okay, so let's use this. And what we're going to do is cut a regular piece, a 4 1/4 by 5. No, I'm sorry. 5 1/4. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. That's what we're doing. And then I'm going to show you something different. Okay. So now we're going to use a piece of our, instead of using the specialty paper, the cork, what we're going to do is just use the designer paper. And instead of using the diamond ribbon, I'm going to use the, what's this? This is linen thread. Okay. So I want, so this is going to be 5 inches. So it's 5 inches this way. And then it's going to be 2 inches wide. And this is going to make it so we have a little bit of a border around the edge. And you could totally ink the edges of this, okay? I'm just getting all into this creating. I thought that we were going to, I was going to be quick. But clearly I'm not going to be. Clearly we're going to be here all day crafting. Okay. So let me just grab a sponge dauber. We're going to go in with our soft succulent. In case you don't think you're going to like the cork, or you think you just want to use designer paper, just take that sponge dauber, go around the edges. This is how I found Stampin' Up! Many years ago, 14 years ago, is I was looking for ink pads that were really good quality because I loved inking the edges of things because I am a memory keeper. I had never made a card in my life when I found Stampin' Up! I just wanted ink pads that I could get a re-ink or two that I could use to ink the edges of my projects, and I found Stampin' Up! And I called, I emailed a demonstrator, she was just the demonstrator that lived closest to me. And I emailed her and said, would you come do a workshop for me? And she came and she did. And okay, I'm done with that glue. I'm getting annoyed. She came and did a workshop for me and a couple friends, and I fell in love with the product. And I have since fallen in love with the company. I just did the backstage event, which was a leadership event this weekend. And I was reminded of why I love this company so much. They do such a good job of, I don't always like everything that they design. I really wish that they would get kind of more trendy. But I do love the company. They are really good people and have really good hearts. And I really loved it. I really love Stampin' Up! I can't say that I can't say that enough. How much I love this company and how much I have personally grown as a person because of Stampin' Up! And I always cry during events. Wendy makes fun of me because I cry when Sarah comes on and does her, when she addresses and talks to everybody. I always cry because I'm a crier. And Wendy always makes fun of me. And she'll always say, you're crying already? What's wrong with you? But it's just, when something is important and it touches your heart, it's okay. So what I've done is, as I was rambling on and on and on, I added my linen thread. This is so pretty. I mean, do you just love it? I love it. Okay, so I want my circle to be able to fit under the linen thread, and it looks like it will be perfect. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of tape, and I just want to hold that in place so it doesn't move around. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take this foam, and I think this linen thread is flat enough. I wouldn't have added the tape if I would have known I was going to add this directly over it, but sometimes I make a little like groove for my ribbon to go into so that the foam tape is not like it doesn't stick up. But this linen thread's pretty flat, so I can just, and that would have held that linen thread in place, but you guys kind of get the idea. Okay, so now we're gonna add this piece to our card. Okay, and then we're gonna do our stamping. So let's go ahead and stamp our pumpkins. I need more ink pads. So I need, what color do I need? I need Cajun Craze, which is not in my, where's my ink pads at? Okay, this is very bizarre. Where's my Cajun Craze? I might have to improvise and use the marker. Where would my ink pads be? This is weird. Here's stamp pads. Here's stamps. Here's paper. Okay, we're gonna have to improvise and use that. And then I need not paper pumpkin, but pumpkin pie. How bizarre. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to carry on and we're gonna have to improvise. Okay, so I'm gonna pinch my pumpkin pie so that it touches the inside there. Oh, there it is. I have a whole bunch of them stacked over here. Okay. Weird. Okay, here's Cajun Craze. We don't need the marker now. I know you guys are thinking, get it together. Get it together. Now, what happened to the stamp? Oh my word. Oh. Are you guys all yelling at me that it's right there? Oh, goodness. Goodness. Okay. That's how the day is gonna go. I got it. I got it. I'm good. Oh, Carol said, just put our condo up for sale. Please pray that it sells quickly. I will, Carol. I totally will. We will be saying a little prayer for you. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp these pumpkins. And I'm stamping it off the circle. So do you guys see that? How it went off the circle? And then let's take our soft succulent and we will do a sentiment. And I think I'm going to have to use the same sentiment because it's the one that's going to fit. I probably should have used a different one on, let me see. Yeah. On that other card. So let's do thankful for you. And hopefully it's straight and on the circle. That's not bad. That's not too bad. Okay, so now let's take our Winka Stella. You guys know I love coloring pumpkins. And I'm also going to take my brush here and I'm going to grab some of the color right off that tip. And we're just going to, I mean, you could totally use, the marker to, oh, I'm afraid to do this. I don't really like using the marker right on there, but let me get another clear block. So just color on your clear block, and then that's going to give you a little bit of ink. And you can mix those inks, and it's going to give you a different color. See how bright the pumpkin pie is? And then when we mix a little bit of Cajun Craze in there, just gives us like a different color. I'm going to try to go fast because I feel like I've been on here for 10 hours. But I'm just enjoying crafting. I have a lot of computer work to do today, a lot of video editing and writing PDFs, and I would rather be crafting is what I would rather be doing. Okay, so I'm adding, I know it looks like a mess at first, but that's the thing when you're doing the color like this, it's gonna look like a mess, but then I promise you it's not. So I'm just gonna come in with the darker color on the edges here, and then also where these lines are already, right on the edge. And then with pumpkin pie, I'm gonna come in with the lighter, and then you just layer that color and then it looks beautiful. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Grab our Cajun Craze, put it where these lines are, put it on the edge. I always like the wink of Stella because I feel like it gives me more control than like, and I don't like the way the blending markers, these, I don't like the way they sound. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Like, I just don't like the way it sounds. So I don't like to use that. But the wink of Stella, I found it just gives me more control. And then there's nothing wrong with a little shimmer, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with having a little shine on your project. Okay. So that's the pumpkin part. So then I need garden green. And let's just do the leaves. And it's going to give you a watercolor look. And if you don't like coloring or you don't feel like you're good at it, watercoloring is the way to go, because watercoloring, no matter what you do, no matter what it looks like, it's going to look like it was meant to be that way. And if you go out of the lines or it's not exactly perfect, that's sort of what watercoloring is. So you never have to worry. Okay, and then let's just grab our crumb cake marker, which is where would that be? That's Sahara sand. What a mess I've made. And let's just add a little bit onto the stem. What color are pumpkin stems supposed to be? Because I don't know. Okay. So now let's add this. And of course I'm gonna pop it up, of course. Okay. Whew, this is a mess. Okay. And then let's add it to this. And then let me show you both cards and the difference. Come right up under that linen thread. Oh, that's where it's going because it's stuck down. Okay, so these this is the other one. This is the one that was in your photo for the PDF. And this is the diamond weave ribbon. And then this is the cork paper. But if you're like me and you don't like cork, you don't have to use the cork. You can use designer paper. It's the same concept. And then I stamped this in early espresso, so it's a little bit darker. Okay, so let's make our last card. And our last card is my favorite. And we're gonna start off with a white card base, and then we have a piece of soft succulent, and then we're going to use my favorite design for this. Now for this card, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut this at 4 inches, and then we're going to want it, I don't know, about halfway down. So I kind of just use my nail and make a mark, and then I'll tell you about what it is at. And I'm going to do it a little bit. Listen, we can always cut it down. Let's do the big shot first. So I'm taking these border dies, and there's this border die right here. And I'm going to lay this out on my mat. And then I'm going to lay the border down. Can you guys see? I need to be up higher. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down. And I'm going to be kind of picky about this part. I'm using my mat, and then I'm lining up this piece here in the middle. And then I need a piece of washi tape. So I just have a roll of washi tape I keep it by my Big Shot. I don't know where the end of this is. Well, where is the end? Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay. 6 weeks later, we get this peeled off. Okay. And then I don't think I can run it through. No, I'm gonna have to go to the other side. I have to run this through my Big Shot, my big one. So I'm just on the other side of the room, but nobody go anywhere. So then I'm just gonna run this through. And then I'll bring it back. And this is what you get. So then this piece comes off and it's stitched. You could use this on a card as well, but then it has this great stitching. So then I'm gonna want it on here, but let's do our sentiment on here. I'm gonna do this tone on tone. So I'm gonna use soft succulent ink on soft succulent cardstock. We're gonna get one of our different sentiments. This says, if friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. And then I'm going to try and get this really straight on here. I don't know how well I'm gonna do. I mean, not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so now what we can do is we're going to add this piece. And I know we still have to trim that other piece down. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. So this piece here, if you got the kit, it was already cut for you, okay? You can see I have a little bit of a border, and then most of this we're gonna trim up, okay? So I want this piece to be here, and I want to trim it. So I think I'm gonna go right about there. And then I'll trim that. So I think it's best to do your stamping. There it is. Having a bit of a hard time seeing that. Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time seeing where my little mark was. You can always take a pen too. I have a little pen. That's better. You can always cut more off. You can't add it. Once you cut it, you can't add to it. See, perfection. And then you could pop this piece up if you want, but you don't have to. So then just add this like so. And that liquid glue will give you a little bit of extra time. Okay, now I don't have any cork paper left. So I'm just gonna show you these. And what I did is I took the pumpkin and I cut it out of the cork. Mary said the cork paper is her favorite. I typically do not like cork embellishments or cork paper, but the way that Stampin' Up! Did this cork, it actually is really beautiful. It's not thick like cork, and it doesn't have that very plain cork board look. It really has this very pretty, different variation in color, and I really love the way that this pumpkin punched out, like the way you can just die cut it with a cork paper, and it turned out really pretty. If you wanted, you could also stamp this and fussy cut it, or cut it, there's a die that cuts it, and you could add it to this as well. Laura said she loves the cork paper as well. Yeah, it turned out really good. So those are our 3 cards that we made. On a couple of them, I made them a little bit different to show you a different way you could do it. We picked some different designer paper, did the ink differently. I really love it. So those are our cards for Blessed to Craft. Again, I have a whole video that's uploading to YouTube right now about the Christmas Stamp-A-Stack box if you're interested in that event. This is the last month for celebrations. It's the last month for Stampin' Up! Celebration run. So we did celebrations last month and we did it this month, and it's the last month to pick up those free items that you can pick up when you order $50. Every $50 you order, you get a free product. And then also something pretty big that I'm working towards this month is earning the incentive trip for this Stampin' Up! Year. Now, I will not be traveling. That just doesn't work out for me. But when you earn the incentive trip, if you don't go on the trip, you can cash it out. And so it works as like you're getting a bonus. And I am currently $4,000 away from earning the trip. And so that's a little bit of a stretch for me in 1 month to do, but I am really hoping to be able to do that. And so that is one of the reasons I am doing a Stamp-A-Stack, a World Card Making Day event. And then I will have a mini Halloween class out for you guys. And then I will have my Blessed to Craft projects out that will also have a class option. So I will keep you guys updated on that goal and how I am doing throughout the month, but it is a pretty hefty goal that I am working towards here at the end of the Stampin' Up! Year. So I appreciate all of you guys for showing up and hanging out with me today. If you're on YouTube, I'm not live anymore, but of course you can leave a comment and I will come back and answer any of those or chat with you guys. And I have every day this week, you guys are going to be seeing something from me because I have so much to share, and it's the beginning of the month. So thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate that. Cross your fingers, say a little prayer for me, and we'll do it this month. So thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another project.